Hello everyone. We're going to have a look at solving equations when there is an unknown on both sides of the equal sign. And before we start, just let's go over this and have a look at these questions here and go, which one is smaller? We've got 3x or 10x. Okay, so I reckon that one's really easy to work out. The 3x is smaller. We have to be able to look at terms and think about which one's smaller. So look at the next pair. So we've got minus 2x and 3x. Which one's smaller? Okay, minus 2x is further away. It's further, yeah, it's a lower number, minus 2. That's the smaller one. What about minus 5x and minus 2x? So which is the lower number, minus 5 or minus 2? It feels like sometimes this one can be a bit confusing, but it's minus 5. That's the lower one. And what about minus 15 and 5? Which is the lower number? It's definitely the minus 15. I didn't mean to put them all on the left, but that's where they are. They are all the lower terms. So why I've done that is because when you come to a question like this, question A, what you have, you've got 15 plus 2a equals 4 plus 5a. Now I've just used an A because it can be an A or an X or anything. The pronumeral is the unknown. Now you've got two unknowns in this equation. There is one here on this side of the equal sign, that is 2a, and there's another one here, which is 5a on the other side of the equal sign. Now, see how I include that front sign because it's connected to the term that it's directly in front of. So which is the smallest term, 2a or 5a? Now you can move either, but this way we avoid having to deal with negative signs. So I would say 2a is smaller than 5a. So I need to get rid of this one, get rid of the 2a by moving it to the other side. So what the opposite to plus 2a is minus 2a. Do that to the same term on the other side, same kind of term. So what are we left with? Well, 2a minus 2a goes. On this side, I'm left with 15 equals the 4 still there. And it's now 5a minus 2a, which is 3a. Okay, now you've got something like you've seen before. So if you want to write down arrows, you can. You go, well, what happened to the a? It got times by 3, and then what happened? It got 4 added to it. So if I'm going to undo that, the last thing to happen was the plus 4, so I need to take that off first, minus 4, and then I need to worry about the times 3. The opposite is divide by 3. So take away 4 from both sides. I'm left with 11 is equal to 4 minus 4 goes is 3a. And then I've done my take away 4. I now need to divide by 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So a is equal to, you can leave it as 11 over 3, or you can write it as 3 2/3, or you can even write it as 3.6 recurring with the dot. All those answers are fine. Okay, so let's have a look at B. We can see again, the question says 15 minus 3x equals 2x minus 12. There are terms with unknowns on both sides. So this is the term here, minus 3x, and this is the term here, 2x. Now, there's no sign written up here. If there's no sign, we just assume it's a plus. That's how we go. So out of minus 3x and plus 2x, which one's smaller? Minus 3x is smaller, so let's move the smaller one. The opposite to minusing 3x is plusing 3x. So we do the same to both sides. Okay, so minus 3 plus 3, that goes. What are we left with? We've got a 15. We've got we've got 2x plus 3x, which is 5x. And that minus 12 is still there. Okay, now we've got something you've seen before. You don't have to do these arrows, but you've got to think this way. What happened to the x? It got times by 5, and then we subtracted 12. So to undo that, the last thing that you did is the first thing you need to deal with. So that's the minus 12. So we need to plus 12 and then divide by 5. Okay, so let's plus 12 first. Add 12 to that side, 12 to the other side. 15 plus 12 is 27, is equal to 5x. And this minus 12 plus 12 just goes. That's it. So we've added to the 12. Now we need to divide by 5. divide by 5. So x is equal to 5 over 5 goes. I've just moved my x to the left-hand side. Now, again, we've got an improper fraction, so we can have 27 over 5, or you can write 5 and 2/5, or you could write 5.4. Okay, last one to do. Start with, we've got 10 minus 8x equals minus 4 minus 5x. Lots of minuses here. Let's just make sure they get connected to the right term. So minus 8x is one term with an unknown in it, and minus 5x is the other term with an unknown in it. So we've got minus 8 and minus 5. Which one is smaller? Minus 8 is smaller, so let's move it. What's the opposite to minusing 8? It's plus 8x. And we have to add 8x to the other side. That goes. So I've got 10 is equal to the minus 4 still sitting there. But now this becomes minus 5x plus 8x, which is 3x. Okay, we've got something we were saying before. What happened to the x? It got times by 3, and then it had 4 subtracted from it. So how do I undo that? I add 4, and then I divide by 3. So let's add the 4 first. Add 4 to both sides. 14 is equal to, that goes, 3x. Done the adding 4. Now divide by 3. Divide by 3. Again, I'm just taking my x to the left-hand side. X is equal to 14 over 3. Or you can write it as 4 2/3. Or you could put 4.6 recurring.